guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome. My name is Mackenzie, and this is Sorority Recruitment 101, the only channel dedicated to answering the questions you may have about what it's like to be in a sorority in college and what it's like to go through sorority recruitment at a big university. Today's video is episode 2 of our mini-series that talks about the biggest mistakes people make during recruitment. I started this mini-series to teach you guys about the most common mistakes people make during recruitment, that way you don't make them and you have the best recruitment experience possible. But before I get into any of that, you guys know the drill. Make sure you subscribe down below and click that notification bell so you never miss a new video. I post new videos every single Monday and Friday, giving you guys the tips and tricks you need to know if you're going through sorority recruitment, and I also share about my experience being in a sorority at the University of Alabama. Also, you guys, recruitment is right around the corner, which means it is the perfect time to order one of our sorority recruitment survival kits. It's full of the top 15 items that you need if you're going through sorority recruitment, or if you're an active member that's putting on recruitment. If you want to see what's in the kit, I will link my unboxing video in the card above. To get yours, make sure you head over to our website, sratrecruitment101.com/shop, and order yours today. I'll be sure to link our website in the description box below. All right, you guys, so welcome to episode 2 of our mini-series called Mistakes Made During Recruitment. If you missed our first episode, don't worry, just pause this video and click the link in the card above. It'll bring you right to the first episode. Now, I know recruitment can be overwhelming and it's new to a lot of people. Yes, some people do have Greek life in their family, so they are more informed about it. But for people like me, I didn't know anything about it, so I was very nervous going through recruitment. I always wished that I had someone in my immediate family to give me some secret tips and tricks and tell me some mistakes that I shouldn't be making when going through recruitment. So that's why I'm here for you guys. Consider me your big sister that'll help you with all things recruitment. So one of the first mistakes people make is not dressing comfortably. Now, obviously you want to look cute and present your best self, but when picking your outfits, you need to take all aspects of recruitment into consideration. One of the aspects you need to consider is the weather. Yes, you are inside for all of the houses, but when you're not in there, you're waiting for your next party, you're in between houses, you are waiting outside. Now, August in Alabama is very hot, so I made sure all of my outfits were light and thin. That way I wouldn't be sweating as much. So definitely look at the location of your school and the time of year recruitment is happening. That way you know exactly what outfits to pick that will make you the most comfortable. Another thing to think about is that you're either going to be standing or sitting for the majority of the day. So you want to make sure your outfit is comfortable in both situations. You want to make sure your outfits will let you breathe, but also that they aren't too short when you're sitting down. My last piece of advice for wardrobe is to bring some comfortable shoes to change into in between parties. This is because your schedule changes a lot throughout the week, and you might have to run from one end of sorority row to the other. You don't want to have to be running in your heels because that's not comfortable and you could hurt yourself. So just bring a nice comfortable pair of flip-flops that's easy for you to take on and off in between parties. The second mistake people make during recruitment is not keeping an open mind and having their heart set on one particular sorority. This is not a good thing to do just because, one, you put too much pressure on yourself. Recruitment is supposed to be fun, and if you're trying to really impress one sorority, you might overdo it. The second reason why this is a bad idea is because there's no guarantee you'll receive a bid to that particular sorority. I know this is kind of harsh, but it's the truth. You don't want to have your mind set on one and then end up having your heart broken. Also, your opinions about each sorority will change throughout the week as you learn more about them. I know this happened to me. Some of my favorite houses in the beginning of the week were my least favorite by the end of the week, and vice versa. Some houses I was a little iffy on in the beginning became some of my favorite houses. That's why you'll always hear to keep an open mind, because you never know how the week is going to go and your opinions will change. Obviously, do some research about the sororities before you get to campus just to learn a little bit about them, but try not to pick a favorite. You want to give them all a fair shot just because every sorority has something special to offer and they're all great in their own way. The third mistake people make during recruitment is being scared to ask questions. If you think about it, most universities give you maximum of a week to learn everything you can about these sororities and make a decision on the one you want to be in for the next 4 years. This is why I always recommend to ask as many questions as you want. You want to learn as much as you can about the sororities, that way you can make the right decision for you. The more questions you ask, the easier your decision will be at the end of the week. The active members love when you ask questions because it gives them more things to talk about with you. And it also gives them a chance to brag about their sorority and tell you how great it is. So don't be afraid to ask questions. Ask as many as you want because there are no bad questions. The fourth mistake people make during recruitment is being nervous. Now, I know that's kind of silly to say, as everyone is going to be a little bit nervous, but just think about it as having a conversation with one of your good friends. I'm going to tell you a little secret, but shh, you can't tell them I told you. The active members are actually just as nervous as you guys are. Now, I know that sounds crazy and a lot of people think I'm lying when I say that, but the active members are trying to impress you just as much as you're trying to impress them. They want you to feel welcome and they want you to love their sorority. So honestly, they're under more pressure than you guys are. When you get nervous before you go into a house, just remember that because the active members are freaking out on the other side of the door as well. Just remember to have fun with recruitment, show your personality, and be yourself. The fifth mistake people make during recruitment is not taking notes in between parties. It is so important to take notes in between houses just because recruitment is a whirlwind and sometimes you won't remember what happened. This is more important during the first round of recruitment because you tend to go to a lot of houses back to back. This actually happened to me my freshman year. I went to a house during the first round, forgot to take notes, and I completely forgot what happened during that party. I wish I had taken notes because they were so nice and welcoming and they were a great sorority. I was just super overwhelmed and had a lot of parties back to back. Some schools will provide a booklet for you. At Alabama, we called it the Greek Chic. The Greek Chic was our guide to recruitment. It told us all about the week and about our schedule. It also had fun fact pages about each sorority on campus. On each sorority's page, they had a section for notes. That way we could write stuff down throughout the week. If your school does give these to you, definitely bring it with you every single day of recruitment. That way you can write down your thoughts about each house. If your school doesn't provide something like a Greek Chic, that's totally fine. Just make sure you bring a notebook with you. What you can do is at the beginning of each round, list every single sorority you have on your schedule. Just make sure you leave space in between each one. That way you can take your notes for that particular round. Some great things to take notes about to help you remember is to write down the things that you talked about and also how you felt being in that sorority. When writing down how you felt in the house, try and think of 3 specific words to describe your experience. Make sure your notes are very specific and unique to every single chapter. That way it's easy for you to recall what happened in each particular sorority. All right, you guys, so that's episode 2 of our mini series called Mistakes Made During Recruitment. I hope this helped and I hope you learned something so you can make the most out of your recruitment week. As always, make sure you subscribe and comment what you want my next video to be about down below. Also, if you want to join our Sorority Recruitment 101 family, make sure you follow us on all of our social media, which I will link in the description box below. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching and I will see you in the next video.